What's up, everybody? Welcome back to No Counters, No Combos, and today we're going to bring you another battle chamber. We have Mass Saiyan going up against Ginyu. Um, I believe it's a Ginyu Apes variant, and the Mass Saiyan is blue, red, black, tricolor. So let's see how this matchup goes. Mass Saiyan is one of the better leaders that you can use when it comes to the ape matchup, just because of the amount of pressure he can put on early. And with the loss to Mecha Frieza, with the errata, it kind of has slowed down apes a little bit. But Ginyu is a Frieza army card, so it does have access to Co-Bloodlust, which is definitely a problem because it could stop your plays. So it is a viable yellow leader when using the apes. So it's basically the same build, or the same deck rather. The Ginyu player is playing a splash of blue in there, so it is a blue-yellow variant with the apes because, Senzu Bean is a really good card, and Whis Coercion is still probably the best negate in the game because it's essentially free. So we have a blue-yellow Ginyu going up against a blue-red-black Mass Saiyan. Let's see how it goes. I mean, Mass Saiyan's strategy is just to hit you in the face as often and as quickly as possible with double strike criticals, just to put your opponent down to an uncomfortable life total. And it's just kind of hard. It's just kind of hard to generate advantage when you're playing with such low life because, yes, you want to be able to put out threats on your turns to hit your opponent, but it's tough. So we're going to have a Bardock charge for energy. They're going to activate the Ginyu ability to take one off from life, so it puts him down to 7. He reveals an objection, and he's going to tap the yellow energy to bring out Planet Vegeta and search for a 4 or less Saiyan from the deck and add it to hand. Let's see what his choice is. Depending on what he has in his hand, you probably want to either go for the Shugesh, which he decides to get, or the 3-drop King Vegeta. Those are definitely the two of the Saiyans that you want as early as possible because that's what's going to get your combos going, because the King Vegeta will search you a 5-drop ape, and the Shugesh, obviously is going to bring that Vegeta into play for free without using any energy, so it's a very crucial strategy. So we're going to pass turn. Mass Saiyan's going to draw, and let's see what he charges for energy. It is a blue, red, black variant, so expect to see lots of beautiful colors in this build. So he's going to charge the Super Saiyan Goku GT. He's going to tap the red energy to play the M2. M2 is a very strong card in this deck. He's going to Overwhelm for Time Patrol. Look at the top 2. Choose to add 1. Looks like he added the Senzu Bean and put the other card at the bottom of the deck. The reason M2 is so good in this deck is because it's a free 5k combo. So he's going to swing into the Ginyu. He's going to activate M2, which decreases the leader, which decreases an opponent's card by 5,000. So Ginyu is now a 5,000, and he combos the trunk. So he puts him at 20 with critical, so he does a 20 damage, and he's going to pass turn. So M2 is a good card because essentially any leader-based deck is going to give you a free 5k combo. But it's only for that battle. It's not for the duration of the turn. So you have to know exactly when to use it to put the pressure on. But essentially it's a free 5k combo every single turn, which is very good for leader-based decks. This card works very well in Vegeta as well, because the leader is the one that's going to do most of the damage. So Ginyu is going to charge a Senzu Bean. Now he has 1 yellow and 1 blue energy. He's going to activate the Ginyu leader's effect to reveal a King Vegeta, add it to hand, which puts him down to, I believe, 5 life. He's at 5 life right now. He's going to tap 2 energies for the objection. Let's see what he decides to put down as the objection target. So he's going to be 1 energy ahead every turn now, which can be helpful. He's going to charge the King Vegeta to give him another active yellow energy. And it looks like he's just going to pass turn, no attack. So Mass Saiyan's going to draw, restand, and here we go. Let's see what type of pressure he's going to put on turn 2 here. He's going to charge a Senzu Bean, so he's got 1 of each color active, which is good because in this variant you only need 1 blue energy to play all your blue cards. He's going to go off the top and mill 3. Ooh, spicy Monaka tech there. But he does get the critical by milling a black card and the plus 5k. So he's going to swing into the Ginyu, activate M2, puts him down to 5k. He's going to tap an energy for a double strike Champa. So right now he's a 25k double strike critical to a 5k. And Ginyu's just going to snap take those 2 damage because you're not going to out combo that. You're going to waste too many resources. Puts Ginyu down to 3 life. And let's see if he makes any further plays. He's going to overwhelm for a double strike Bardock because he has 4 in warp. Ginyu has a response. It looks like he's going to Bloodlust, so now it just makes the Bardock a single strike. It's a 20k single strike to the 10k leader. He's going to Awaken to give him that +5, draw 2 cards. So it's 20k to 15k, still Ginyu's combo step. Let's see if he combos out of it. He only needs to get to 25k, so he needs a 10k combo, and he's just going to take the life. Mass Saiyan's going to pass turn, and just like that, Ginyu is down to 2 lives, and it doesn't even look like Mass Saiyan has taken any damage, if I'm not mistaken. So, he's in a pretty good position right now. Surprisingly enough, no apes have been played yet for Ginyu. I don't know exactly why that is. Maybe he just doesn't have the cards to play. But he does charge the objection, so now he has 2 of each energy, a blue and a yellow. Let's see what he decides to do here. He's gonna have to start. He's gonna have to start making some offensive pushes because he's very down right now. So he's gonna swing with the leader to activate the auto to draw a card. Doesn't look like there's any counters. Mass Saiyan's just gonna snap take that 1 damage. He's gonna tap a blue energy to play a Boo to draw off the top. It replaces itself. Boo is a very good card. It's a free 5k combo. Which is good, in this game right now. Any type of free combo is always going to be really good. And the fact that it replaces itself, you don't really lose any hand advantage. You're basically netting a card. So let's see what Ginyu decides to do here. He really does have to start putting pressure. Just pass his turn. Okay, so Mass Saiyan's going to draw and restand everything and go to work. Let's see what he decides to charge this turn. But he's in the driver's seat at this point. He charges a double strike Champa. Okay, so that probably means he has more in his hand because that's not a card you really want to charge when you're playing Mass Saiyan because you want to use them as often as possible every turn just to put pressure on your opponent. He's going to activate the leader ability. Just gets the 5k. There was no black card milled. So he's a 15k attacker. Looks like he's going to tap an energy. He untaps it, so he probably didn't have enough targets in his grave to warp because there's only 3 cards. So he's gonna swing with leader into Ginyu, 15k to 15k. Let's see if there's any counters. No counter, so he's gonna activate M2 to lower the Ginyu to 10k. Ginyu's only at 2 life right now, so he does have to be very, very careful here. Right now, 15 into 10. He's gonna tap 2 red energies to play 2 double strike Champas. So it's a 35,000 double striker into the leader. And Ginyu's going to combo out because if he doesn't, he loses this game right now. So puts him at 15. Puts him at 20, restands with Sensu. So he's at 20 right now. He just needs 10 more. Or rather, he needs 20 more because he needs to get to 40. Another Sensu Bean. Let's see what else he decides to combine. She gets over it. Okay. 45. Let's see what happens next. If the Mass Saiyan's going to make any other offensive plays. No, he's going to pass turn to Ginyu. Restand. Still no apes. 5 energies, still no apes. Very interesting. Just going to tap an energy here to play a Fu, which is a great card. It's a 1-drop Prince Vegeta, Prince of Speed Vegeta, essentially. It's a 25k double strike that draws you 2 cards. So you just have to have 7 in your warp to overwhelm and tap an energy. So he's going to swing into leader, 25k double strike. Mass Saiyan's just going to snap take that. There's really no point in comboing at this point because he's not even awakened at this point yet in the game. Ginyu's going to attack leader to leader, 15k to 10k. He's going to auto draw, activate a Sensu Bean to untap the blue energy. So he's a 20k single strike to the leader. Let's see what Mass Saiyan decides to do. He's just going to snap take that 1 damage. Puts him at 4, so now he's able to awaken. Oh, here we go. Here's the first ape play of the game. We're going to play a March of the Great Apes. Tap 4 energies. It only requires 1 yellow energy, which is incredibly insane. He's going to play the 1 Tora and draw 2 cards. Maybe that was the only ape that he had in his hand. So he's going to play the 1 Tora, which is, Tora's good. He's a 20k attacker with blocker. And he restands at the end of the turn with Planet Vegeta, so that's always good. But, it's kind of late in the game at this point. There's no King Vegeta on board yet, and there's not multiple targets that have been brought in off of March of the Great Apes. I apologize. So it looks like there's just some, discussion going on right now as to what's going on, the state of the game. Ginyu's going to swing with the Tora into the leader. Mass Saiyan is going to awaken to draw 2 cards. And let's see if he combos up. He needs to get to 25k, so he needs to do a 10k combo here in order to save himself from taking that damage. He's just going to take it to put him down to 3. Probably just trying to get hand advantage at this point so he can try to win next turn. But Ginyu did do a lot of damage that turn, so he kind of put him a little bit more back into the fold here. So he's going to pass turn to Mass Saiyan, untap everything, and here we go. Let's see what he decides to charge this turn. At this point in the game, oh, that's a great energy. That's a great card to charge because you already have one on board, so you just get another red energy. So he charges the M2. He's looking at his warp here. Let's see what he's trying to do here. Let's see what he wants to do. He's going to play Dark Plot. He's going to bring out... Okay, so the reason he only tapped 1 energy is because when you Dark Plot and you bring out a card with the key skill Overwhelm, you can untap 3 energies. So he took a shortcut there, and just by tapping the 1 energy to play the Dark Plot, to play the Time Overseeing Trunks, which is a great target because it's a 20k double strike. Now he overwhelms for the Mass Saiyan to take a life, taps 1 energy, decides to target the Tora. It doesn't have barrier, so right now it's going to be destroyed. And I think there's just some discrepancies on what was chosen as a target, but there is only 1 target. I guess they're just waiting for a bloodless response, but there was none. Okay, so the Tora was destroyed with the Mass Saiyan ability. So as I was saying before, the reason it's so good to use that Trunks is because it has the Overwhelm key skill. So it's a Dark Plot target, but the double strike is part of its effect. It doesn't gain double strike by being overwhelmed. So it's always a constant 20k double striker, which is great. So he's going to activate the Mass Saiyan ability, swing, draw a card. Ginyu negates that attack. Now he's going to go into Ginyu with the 20k double strike. He's going to activate the M2 to push Ginyu down to 10k. He's going to combo with the Sensu Bean. So it's a 25k double strike into a 10k. So Ginyu needs to get to 30, which he just throws 2 Shugeshes on the table. Let's see if there's any No, there's nothing brought out with the Shugesh ability. So he does save himself from the attack. But it's not looking good. It's not looking good right now. This is definitely not a position you want to be in against Mass Saiyan. Because he already overwhelmed. Okay, yeah, so there was some confusion there. He had already overwhelmed for this turn. He must have just forgot. But they did catch that, and he says, my bad. But it does happen every once in a while when players get excited to play multiple cards. Oh, that 1-drop Kaba is going to cause issues there. I think this might be it. It's going to go Kaba, auto, take a life. He's going to just... Looks like he's just shotgunning at this point. Kaba's at 20. Yeah, that's it. That's the game right there. I guess it just looks like the Ginyu had just a bad hand, bad draws, but that's how the cookie crumbles. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to enter the giveaway for the Tournament of Power cards. We'll see you guys in the next video. Be there or be squared.